everybody? Welcome to Pulse. We have a great guest with you today. He has a podcast, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I've been botching up names like crazy. So today we have Patrick Christopher.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's Duder Man Homie Bro. That's the podcast name, Duder Man Homie Bro. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, I thought it sounded cool, but like nobody can get it right. They're like Duder Bros. You're the Rotary Duders, man. And I was like, something in there, man.
One of those.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I guess we should have tested it out before we actually ran with it, but we've been doing it for like a year, so it's kind of hard to switch it up. But yeah, man, thanks for having me, man.
First off, thanks for being professional and on time.
You guys see that later in the episode. But yeah, man, we know you because, man, you're an awesome comedian here in San Antonio, man, here at LOL. And then you have your podcast, so we're just honored to, that you said yes to us, man.
Well, and then too, it's like it's still like you're local, but still like to see you on stage, you're like kind of like, oh man, these guys are awesome. I mean,
no, man, I ain't nothing, man.
But your stuff's good though. Yeah, your content is really good.
But no, thanks for having me on. I love being on podcasts. I love doing podcasts where I don't have to do the work. So I just walk in, sit down, and I was like, press just buttons, man. Let's go, man. Hurry up, dude. Nah, but that's cool, man. Yeah.
Well, how long? Like, what made you want to do the podcast, your own, and then also transition into like, how did you want to be a comedian?
Yeah, dude. So I started doing the podcast before I even started doing comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I wanted to figure out how to. I started late. I started when I was 35. So like everybody was already like in it. Like it's a cool thing to do, like in your 20s and stuff. And so I was like, I didn't want to be the old guy that just shows up. Nothing. There's anything wrong with that, but
I'm that old guy.
But we balance each other out.
Yeah. He's the young one.
Yeah. So I wanted to figure out a way to get like to sit down with comics and like ask questions, figure out how they do it. And you tell a comic, hey man, we want to do my podcast. They're like, yeah, I'm a fucking narcissist, dude. Yeah, put me in front of a mic and a camera, and I'm on,
Yeah.
And so I started doing that. I always like doing like the interview stuff, like meeting people. There's this, I don't know if y'all know this. Y'all from San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this used to be a cable access show called Rob's Metalworks.
He's still doing it.
He's still doing it, man.
And he's awesome.
He's great, dude.
Yes.
I had him on my podcast, but he was like an influence of me to like get in, like and start doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Was it Channel 19 or what was it?
22 or something
Yeah,
like that.
It was some
It
off
was
channel.
dope, dude. It was dope. Like that's the thing to do at night and stuff. Like
and it was late night, and you're like, yeah, you're waiting for it to come on, see new bands.
It was amazing, dude. And then like when you see him out and with his camera and stuff, you're like, oh, that's that guy.
Yeah.
And it's pretty dope now, man, because he's done my podcast and like we're actually like friends and stuff, dude. So like it's pretty cool because like I started doing it, and I go on tangents, dude. So
Hey,
do it.
Yeah,
Dude, be you.
Yeah,
Be
man,
you.
that's all it is.
So a long time ago, in my past life, when I was like pursuing music and all that stuff, I started writing for like an e-zine called essaymusicscene.net.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I would like go and review people's shows, and like every now and then I would get an interview, in-person interview and stuff. One of my favorites was I interviewed the drummer from Norma Jean.
Oh,
Yeah, Daniel Davidson, the original one. Yeah. Twice he's done my podcast. My
the new
interview.
one's Tony, right?
I'm fell off. None of them are any. There's no original members in Norma Jean today.
Yeah.
They're all, which is so weird.
Chick singer now, right? Or something like
I
that?
have no idea.
Not kept up whatsoever.
The first two albums, probably first three were my favorite, and then I just fell off. They're probably like 18 albums out now, but it's all different. But yeah, so Rob's Metalworks, Rob Chavez, I was influenced by him. I liked what he was doing, and I liked the interview and stuff. And so I started doing the music thing with that. That only lasted for a while. And then got caught up doing my own music thing and traveled with that for a bit. But then podcasting blew up, It's like, oh man, that's great, dude. Like you sit down and you just have a conversation and you ask the questions, like it's cool. Like, oh, we should hang out. We should get lunch or something like that. And like, you want to ask questions, like, dude, you asking like a lot of questions for it just being lunch, man. Like, how about you take a bite of your sandwich, dude? Like, it's weird. But you said like, oh, podcast, like, oh yeah, let's fucking talk,
now
dude.
you have the attention.
Yeah. And I always liked that stuff. And again, it was an end to like meet other comics and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the first podcast I did interview was with Josh Cabaza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Funny dude, man.
So I was like, dog, dude, like that
Shout
was
out.
yeah, that was dope. And yeah, we met at the River Center. That's what I was telling you about, like, because you have like a list of questions. I had a list of questions. I had like 5 or 7 questions, and so it was just questions, answers, question, answer. So like there was no like really connection with that one. It was just like, all right, well, thanks for answering my questions. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Yeah. And it's gotten better since that, but
So is that kind of like what transitioned you into being a comedian?
I wanted to do comedy. Okay, so like I said, I was in bands before. Spent like the last 2 decades, pursuing music. Lived in Austin, lived in Seattle. Did actually pretty well in Seattle. Did touring and recording and all that stuff. The band that I was in back then, they're just now blowing up. Like that's how long it takes to like really stick it out.
Oh.
Like they're just in the unit that they're in now. Before we were called He Whose Ox is Gored. Now they're doing a project called Filth is Eternal. And I mean they're opening up for Darkest Hour.
Oh wow.
Botch. They went into Europe with Finch. Did a Europe tour in Finch. So they're just now getting like all the hard work of years of dedication and struggling and suffering and couch surfing and all that shit. Being homeless, dude. Like it's just now paying off for them. So I'm stoked for them, dude. They're amazing. But when I came back, it was so hard to like find a band. Like it takes so much time, commitment. And we're older. Everybody has their own thing. Wives, spouses, kids, dogs, whatever, dude. So to get people in the same room on the same time, it was just it's tough, dude.
It's easy when you're a teenager. You just go to somebody's house and just jam out. You know what I mean?
It was way before. Now as an adult, you're kind of like, hey man, what's your work schedule?
I know. Then it gets all boring.
You block out some time to like jam. Like you want to throw some riffs together. Whatever. So there's a thing in the open mic scene. I don't know if they do it so much now, but there's a thing where it's just a back line. So they mean like the amps are there, the drum set's there.
Sort of like the White Rabbit, how it used to be.
Yeah.
You remember they just had the setup and you would just plug into it? Yeah.
But for open mics, like if you want to just come out and, jam, whatever, meet a guitar player, bass player, whatever. So I started looking into that because I was like, oh, I just want to jam with people, man. Like, let's just go. And I would show up. Nobody's there to jam.
Oh, everybody's fucked up.
And no, like, but people are like going up. It's still an open mic. It's a variety mic, so people are open doing poetry readings or just whatever story readings, and then comedy. And I was like, oh shit, people will go up there and tell jokes,
Yeah.
And looking in there, you see like ads in the paper. It says like jam session, singer songwriter, comedy. And I was like, shit, people do that at open mics, like that's how it works. Like you see like Comedy Central and HBO specials on stuff. I never knew like how it starts. I just thought, I honestly thought like there were actors that just started doing like one man shows that are like really funny and stuff. I never in my like wildest dreams imagined like going to a bar and seeing open mics. Like this is how it starts. So I was like, well, fuck it, dude. If I can't find people to jam out with, like, and that whole
jump on the comedy.
it's that whole thing. Like when you see somebody on stage, like, man, I could do better than that.
I know, right?
Like that guy's not even that funny.
Yeah.
Like I'm funnier than him, whatever. And so yeah, man, just started like looking into that, like local scenes. Like, oh, there's a local comedy scene. There's local clubs. There's local comedy nights and stuff. And seeing the names, Cabaza, George Anthony, LaFar, stuff like that. So I was like, man, like that's cool. I was like, I should start a podcast and just talk to local people and see how they do it and what the process.
Absolutely.
And also, when I start going to these open mics, like, oh, I know this guy. You know, like, oh, he has a podcast. And he has a podcast.
I know, it's weird, right?
Yeah. So, and just like that, just started doing open mics. And I mean, I punked out a lot of times. You know, you go, you sign up.
Yeah. That was my next question. You beat me to it. I was like, how did you get the balls to do it, dude?
Because I've seen it in this, but it's like it's kind of intimidating, man. Like it's they're in that small room, and it's just like they're seeing you right there, and it's just like you can't. There's no hiding from anything.
People are judging you.
People that don't have the balls to do it themselves are like,
I know, right? Yeah, you get up here. Yeah, try it.
Yeah. Yeah, like the first couple of times, man, I would go and sign up, and then I would see my name about to be called, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. And I would just leave. I would just take off, and I was like, damn, dude, like I'm gonna go, you know. And finally, I had the nerve. The first time I got up was at a place called Martini Ranch, and it was a poetry mic. PWA, Poets with Attitude. Jay Alejandro was running that. He's a cool guy, and but it was a variety mic. They wanted comics, but like it was just poetry stuff. So I went to that one. I was like, damn, dude, like at least there's no other funnier comedians out there. You know,
everybody's all depressed and shit from the
poetry. Like I legit had to follow this chick that wrote a poem, rhymed and everything. It was nice about abortion, and I was like, damn, dude, that's tough. Because everybody's like, oh yeah, you got it. You're because like she started like choking up in the middle of it. Like, you got it, girl. You got it. And I'm like, fuck. And now I'm gonna say like, oh, I'm fat, you know. And I go up, I follow that, I go up, and I'm just like faking the funk. I'm just like, oh, I'm so stoked to be here, blah, 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 you know, just like acting like I've been there before, and I've never been there before, you know. And even like, it's only 5 minutes, but I take a pause and go like, man, this is going good. Like I said that out loud, and somebody in the back says, yeah, man, we're drunk.
I mean, he was honest. It's like, yeah, we're really drunk.
Yeah, dude, I shouldn't have said that. And that got a laugh. I think that got a bigger laugh than anything I said that night. But I still got some chuckles, and then I left, and I got in my car, and I was just like, oh, Jesus. Like I felt like I jizzed after like holding it for like 5 years or something like that. I was just like,
you're like,
dots. I was seeing dots. I was just like, I can't believe I did that. People do that every night, and it was just crazy. And then
it was addictive, huh? Like once you heard those laughs, you're like, yo, this is.
Well, I mean, like, I was like, man, like that was great. I was like, so there's a mic, an actual comedy mic, the next day, I think. So first time going up was a Monday, and the next day was Tuesday or something like that. And at Tucker's, I think Tucker's. At Tucker's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I show up there, and there's nothing but like 7 other comedians and the bartender.
It's a rough neighborhood too.
Yeah, and it was a rough set. Yeah. Crickets, dog. Yeah. And I'm just like, nothing like yesterday. Yesterday I killed, you know. And today they're just like, hurry up, it's my turn, you know, whatever. Get off the stage. And I quit for like 3 months after that.
You're like, I don't like this.
I don't like this no more, man. But building up for months, I was writing and trying to get the nerve, and then I finally did it. And then I did it, you know, Monday, and the next day bombed in front of comics, and I was like, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do it. So I quit for 3 months, and then I missed it, you know, because I worked for months, like writing a set, trying to build like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And would go back every now and then. Jokesters 22 had just opened up. That was in my neighborhood. So I was like, you know, worst case scenario, I get drunk and I walk home. You know, whatever. Yeah. You know? And so I was doing it. I was probably like doing it like once a week. And I was like, oh, I'm a comedian now, you know, whatever. Yeah, because people do that. They do one comedy open mic, and they're like, man, like I'm a comedian. Like, let me go to IG. Let me update my professional comedian, stand-up comedian. You know, father dogs, whatever.
That's at the end.
Yeah. And so I was just doing it like every once a week, maybe 2-3 times a month, something like that. Not really getting the flow of it, but still like doing like I'm about this life, And got into Kill Tony back then. I was into it, and before they were like based out of LA, but they would do like road shows.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And so they were going to LOL, and I was like, oh man, let me go. I bought a ticket, I signed up. I was like, how cool would it be if I can do Kill Tony, whatever. And we're in the back. This is my wife and I. We're in the back, and we're just enjoying the show. I was like, oh, whatever. If they call me, they call me. If not, whatever. And you see locals go up. I think Josh went up. Jennifer Monakeen went up. Some people that never done comedy before went up, and it was a good show, And so I was like, it's towards the end. I was like, oh well, they didn't call my name, and then he's like, how about one more? Let's do one more comic. And
you were the last bucket pool.
I was the last bucket pool.
Oh no!
Yeah, and what's wild is like I'm not like just like if you manifest it's gonna happen. Yeah. But right when he said like let's do one more, I was like, all right, they're gonna call me. And I was just like I told my wife, I was like, they're gonna call me, and just like joking around, whatever.
But you're like the last person that signed up. That's so crazy.
And so they pulled me out, and again I'm in the back. I'm in by the doors. Yeah. And so I get up and I run to the stage, like, oh shit, yeah. Run to the stage.
You're like pushing people out of the way, women and stuff like that. Get out of my way.
Like not even preparing, I'm just like running, just trying to get there as soon as possible before they move on or something, And get to the stage and I'm fucking out of breath. Completely out of breath.
That makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Just huffing a boat.
So there goes your minute trying to catch your breath.
I did like 47 seconds. Because like I'm running through my bit, and again like I'm 3 months in. It's like my 25th time on stage ever, outright as a comic, I guess, and so I'm like trying not to do that, So I'm running through my bits, and I feel like myself like trying to catch my breath. So I was like, all right, thank you, and like. He's like 47 seconds, okay. And but whatever. They were kind of impressed because like I had beats and all that stuff, and so he's like, "Oh, how long you been doing it?" Blah blah blah, whatever. So we're just going back and forth, having a pretty good interview, whatever. And then they're about to wrap it up, and I was like, I also play drums.
I was about to ask you. So that's what you do? You play drums?
Yeah. I play
drums.
Oh,
okay.
And then like the crowd goes wild because back then they used to do this thing called Mexican drum off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like Joel Jimenez.
Man, and he would always win.
Yeah, it was fixed, but so I got to play drums, and that was fucking wild, dude. Like Kill Tony, go up, do comedy, do pretty decent for being my 25th time, and then get to play drums on this like little, pieced out drum set in front of like a sold out crowd. I was like, man, this is two things that I'm like currently in love with and happening. And then since then, man, after Kill Tony that time, I was like, all right, this is my life now, and started going to mics every day. Oh, okay. Because I was like, that was fucking. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what set the fire under me. Was like sold out crowd, doing all that stuff. Did okay for like 47 seconds, and so that was pretty cool. But like that's what like set it off. After that, started doing like daily, being more serious about it. And 7 years later. Here I am.
Hey, I'm Pulse. Hey, everybody, welcome to Pulse. We are your two fat guy hosts.
On this podcast here.
We have a special guest who decided to show up a little late. but I will say, Davey Jackson, the original, the first episode, our first comedian, the guy who got us started, Davey Jackson.
What's up, y'all? Also, I think you're top viewed episode. At least I was at one point.
Martin Phillips. I like how he dropped that, right?
Martin like Phillips. Who's Martin? No one knows who that is. Shut up, Pat. Shut up over there, Pat.
Now I think you're number 3.
You're moving up. Yeah.
But yours is still going up, though.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
We got Martin Phillips number 1. We got Ralph Barbosa number 2, and then we have.
Oh well, Ralph Barbosa. That's the GOAT. I mean, I can't even be mad about that. I didn't even know I was going to be doing this with Pat. I wasn't told there was going to be a another guest, a second guest.
You're on a podcast with 3 fat guys.
We know how much you hate fat people.
This room smells of diabetes. Why does it smell like pork rinds? My God.
It smells like diabetes.
Smells like, tastes like insulin.
That's what you were, baby. Yeah, so the next time you're on, we'll have another fat guy surround you.
Hey, look, I like it. It makes me look much better.
Yeah.
Wow, that one guy was so handsome. He's actually a 4, but it's just because I'm surrounded by 2s.
Hey, but honestly, dude, I've watched that episode like so many times. It's so hilarious, dude. Your episode,
That was super fun. That was a lot of fun. And it was the first episode y'all had done, right?
Yes, that was our very first one. Because remember we said we were special, that you were our special.
Our special.
Did they tell you that, Pat? Did they tell you we were special? Did they say anything?
They didn't tell me no special or nothing, dude. They're like, oh, thanks for showing up. I was like, oh, okay, cool, man. Cool.
I even forgot I was doing this today with y'all.
Yeah.
And so I showed up a full hour late. Yeah. First thing I said to Pat when I walked in the door, I did this because I wanted to big time. We're both just open micers. Literally no big time power whatsoever.
Actually, no, dude. Oh my God, you killed Tony? Fuck yeah, dude.
That was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, the first. So I've done that twice now. The Kill Tony podcast.
You did it too.
Yeah.
I did before it got as big as it is now. I did it when it was still like in the beginning of it, you know. Now it's huge, man. Now,
it's massive now.
It's massive.
Every episode gets like 1 million views.
Yeah.
So I did it once with Eric Griffin and Pauly Shore, and then I did it a couple weeks ago. They just released the episode with Harlan Williams and Giannis Pappas.
And you held your own too, dude.
Dude, I tried, man. Honestly, here's the crazy thing. Like the first episode that I did, it was easy to come up with, comebacks. It was like I don't know, just naturally comedic during the interview process, right? Harlan Williams brings this other element where you don't know what he's gonna say at all, and I was lost like half the time, just like, what? He told me to suck on the front end of a canoe at one point, and I was like, what does that even mean? I don't know how to respond to that.
So how does it feel to be on the other end now?
Yeah, man.
Because you usually do that to other people.
Honestly, it didn't feel good. I was just like, is this what it feels? It's like, like how we never understand how difficult women have it having to deal with dudes like being aggressive in the bar, like flirting, like stalking them, that kind of thing. It's like we don't ever experience that truly until we go to a gay bar. And then once you're in a gay bar, you're like, is this what it's like for women? They're so aggressive. I don't want to drink, bro. Please, just leave me alone. That's what it was like.
Bars, that sounds nice. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I gotta
free drink. That's what you get it.
They just love me there. It's so great.
I like flattery.
Oh, you would do so well in a gay bar, dude.
I think I would.
Yes, you would.
I think I would.
He's like classic bear status.
Yeah, dude.
And you're funny.
Yeah, dude.
You just laugh them right out of their pants, bro.
Yeah, why can't I be gay?
I have said this so many times.
Life would be so
yes,
easy if I
yes.
was gay.
Imagine just hanging out with the bros, doing blow all the time, watching sports.
Yeah.
Maybe a little sometimes.
Well, I mean, that's a given. Yeah. No, I mean you're getting your back blown out all the time. You think you'd be a top or a bottom, Pat?
I'll be a top for sure. I can't trade spaces now.
But what if you like it though?
Yeah,
if you're a bottom.
I don't.
Oh, so that means you tried it or what?
I don't like it.
I feel like that's an experiential answer. I
had a girl like eat my butt once. And she did it a lot of times. And I didn't like the way it made me feel, dude. I was like, dude, I gotta go to church. Like it felt wrong. Like I don't know.
Did it make you feel vulnerable?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like getting fingers in there, tongues, whatever. It's just like you're so weak.
how? What position? Because that's the most vulnerable at this point. I can only think of two, and they're like the most vulnerable position.
You can get creative.
No, I've been on my back. I've been on my knees.
Hell yeah, bro.
I was standing once. Well, like not. Well, I was like hands on the thing.
How'd you assume the position, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was a dirty girl, dude.
She sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you're sweating now. You started sweating.
It's like coffee.
And now you're married.
What's funny is like I'll talk about it a bit like on stage or whatever, and my wife knows all my exes, so she knows exactly who I'm talking about. And she'll she has a CPS case, right? Like, is that like your thing? I was like, no, I'm pretty sure she has a CPS case. She seemed like that.
The feds are after her for messing with kids. She eat her kids' butts too. That's crazy.
It's funny that the same person I talked to you about on the first interview, who stole my balls. Right? Okay, yeah. So the reason I found out she was cheating was because she started pulling out new moves, and that was one of her moves. I was like, hey, yeah. I was like, what the? Yeah, your first reaction. Your first reaction is to clench your cheeks. Yeah. And then she's like different. She put me in different positions. I'm like, dude, this really feels. I did that one. I did do that.
I still call it the prison stands.
Wild. I can't. Yeah, like your hands against the wall. Do you have to like arch your back a little bit too?
I arched my back a little bit, and then it just happened. Like it wasn't like
What do you mean you weren't playing? Like you were? I was just trying to lean against the wall. I was just taking a break, and she
just came out of reflex.
the arch.
Oh shit! I didn't know I could do that.
Like damn, I look good.
Damn, like I feel sexy.
Silhouette. Like,
Look back at it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm shy.
But no matter how many times I never liked it. I never liked it.
Listen, I tried it at least like 3 dozen times.
That's what it was.
What's fun? Well, not funny. This is kind of an asshole thing, and maybe you might want to edit it out. So she had cheated on me, right? And so I go away, and then she's like, I want to come back. I was like, all right, but then I made it was like more of a punishment, like get the fuck back there. Eat that booty. Even though I don't like it, I'm like, this is my punch. Like, fucking get out there.
I haven't wiped in 3 days. Get back there and toss it. Ew, that's
gross.
gross.
Just had CC's pizza. Get back there. Like it was like that was bad. But
I've been eating Chipotle every day.
But she cheated on me, so she got what she deserved.
There you
go. Jesus.
That's wild.
You got surprised with just a poop.
Oh, just little fingers? How many freckles?
No, you're not. No, didn't even. Like she was just right there, and I'm like, nope. Like I jumped out. I was jumped out of bed and everything. I was like,
what about just like massaging that area?
Dude, I
like the taint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taint play?
Yeah.
Taint play.
I actually don't mind that. It's not like something I ask for or anything.
I do.
Of course you do, bro. You jumped in quick on that.
I'll hold it up and then be like, get it.
Wait, with just a finger, right? Like just like just
no.
like fellatio.
Oh, you're talking about little tongue action. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta start sitting there from now on. I gotta put my hands up here now.
And here's the culprit.
Anyway, so how's y'all's Lord's Day? It's Sunday. How's your Sabbath?
Hey, Sunday show. Oh man. Oh well, nope. With no prep, I don't know. He's seen your podcast. Have you said his podcast just right off the bat? Say it. Are you able to say his
Duder man, homie, bro.
Dang, man.
Not
bro.
that hard.
It's literally. Wait, are y'all struggling with it?
Dude, I got the gnarliest dyslexia, bro. And I was like, he told me like, oh, is this? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'll let you.
I've already called him out multiple times on different podcasts. Like you butchered that person's name.
Even when we're doing that other interviews outside of this, I butcher names, and it's like once we see a name on board, I'm like, yeah, that you're saying that one. I'm saying this one.
Yeah.
Are you really dyslexic?
Yeah, I'm really dyslexic, man. So it's like, even at the LOL Comic Con, like, oh, you want to learn sound booth? Like, nah. Like, because Kevin already gets mad at, like,
He's like,
gets so mad when you mess up names. That's not my job.
Dyslexic people were like usually really smart.
Math.
He is very smart.
Really good at
Math.
Okay.
That's where we strive at. But when it came to English and all that stuff, we're like,
So
You invert letters, but you don't invert numbers. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I feel like all dyslexic people are just faking it. Like, bro, just be honest. You never learned how to read.
it's a spectrum, so it's like there's different levels. Like same thing with autism, you know, there's different spectrums. So like there's and gender is different, you know. That's why we're showcasing our dragons. You know, you don't know that one? I was like, okay, yeah, right.
You're just special.
Yeah, I think that might just be the autism. Actually.
So there's ones where you invert the simple letters, you know, B's, D's, and all that stuff, C's with O's, stuff like that. There's ones where you add words when you're reading when they're not there at all. So you add fillers like ifs, does, ands, and stuff like that. And then there's ones where you completely mix full words, and it's just like a struggle to even read them. So, but with math, it was always simple. Even when they put letters in math, it was like it's already solving itself.
Yeah.
I don't even understand any of this. I just got so lost. That's how stupid I am.
No, I'm starting to think I'm dyslexic. I'm because I was like, yeah, that's all normal today. What are you talking about?
Everyone does that, bro. What are you talking about?
That's not normal for everybody.
A matter of fact, that we did our first convention. Alamo HeroCon. Shout out. So we had a. I think it was more nerves.
It was nerves. We had our first voice actor.
It was a voice actor that we really enjoy with anime and stuff like that. Okay. Totally not even close to his name.
I didn't even say it. His name is Phil Parsons. Shout out. I'm so sorry. And I'll explain to you.
I feel like you just butchered it. Is Phil? Is that what you said? Phil. You were like Phil.
That's it.
Again, I don't think that's the dyslexia. I think that is the autism. That.
Thank y'all for being a bad friend. No. So in my head, because I know his characters, I'm thinking like Dragon Ball. His voice is Nappa, which is with Vegeta. Which is Chris Sabat. That's the other voice actor. So I'm trying to think of stuff I can talk to him about. So once we started, I said, "We're here with Chris." And his name was Phil. And I was just completely butchered. And he's like, "Oh no!" Like he's right there. Like I felt like no. I'm like,
I would have gotten up and walked out. I was like, "Fuck you, bro."
Horrible, man. I was already sweating. Dude, that was so bad. I was like, damn it.
Okay, so voice acting. I just had. This is the weirdest thing. I'm pretty sure I'm getting scammed. Actually, I think that's what's happening. Is I had super hot chick on social media. I'm not going to say the name of the platform, but hit me up on social media, sent me a message, right? Yeah. Said, I've seen your Secret Service videos on YouTube. Yeah. I think they're absolutely hilarious. And I think you would be the perfect voiceover for our sorority dance videos. Does that even sound real, bro? That sounds fake, right?
I mean, I think you could do voiceover.
I mean, no, I could do voice. No, that's not the scammy part. No, I'm not like. I'm just saying sorority dance video voiceovers. Like,
yeah, why not?
All you've seen me do is the Secret Service stuff, or all you've heard me do, I should say, is the Secret Service stuff, and you're like, we need him. Unless they're just like a bunch of patriots. That might be what it is. Because I am making fun of Biden in those videos.
The sorority video, that's so weird, like specific.
Yeah, why is sorority?
I don't know. I usually mute the videos, but I'm just. I
usually mute and just zoom way in.
I don't even know if they really have sound.
She's gonna scam me so hard because she's so hot. So she was like, yeah, of course.
And then too, you don't even, unless you see the person or talk to the person, you don't even know if that person really exists. Because there's all kinds of fake accounts that, what I found out, I was like, oh, this chick likes me, right? No. It's somebody, it's somebody that, like actually subscribes to their content and then pulls it, downloads it, and then makes another page with their content. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten catfish like that, Pat?
No.
And then you look in the bio and it's like, Philip. Who the fuck is Philip now?
Oh yeah.
Philip Parsons. That's crazy. The Dragon Ball Z guy is trying to get butt pics. That's weird. No, but I that happens all the time.
I'm a fan. I like your work. If you like my work,
bro, just tell me it's you. I'll send you my butt. Seriously.
Right, dude.
But dude, the scamming thing is so crazy. Okay, I got the reverse. I don't know if you call it reverse scamming, where from someone from India hacked into my Netflix account, right?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
All the things to hack.
They hacked in, but the weirdest thing was, I guess he felt so bad for me because I had like the most basic Netflix account with all the ads, and so he upgraded me and paid with his card.
What? Yeah, he told me at the club. He was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Keep it, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Say his credit card information. It wasn't even like any cards that I have whatsoever.
That's so wild.
Yeah. So he's like, he felt so bad for me. He's like, oh man,
Like an Indian benefactor, but now your homepage is all fucked up. It's just all Bollywood movies. Like, I didn't watch this shit. What the?
I think that was a proposal, dude. He's coming for you for your green card. And stuff.
Did he ask you to send Bob's and Vagine?
That was the thing. Like for 3 days straight, no contact. He just often paid like for everything for 3 days straight, just nothing.
No, dude, it was just Tanvir. It was our friend Tanvir Aurora trying to get more spots at the clubs. Like, I'm gonna upgrade his Netflix. I'll get more spots in the big room. We need a guest dial-in from Tanvir right now. Hey, why did you do this?
Call him up, Tanvir.
We get it. You're rich. We understand.
Stop telling your uncle to hack your
Man, you know what? I messed up too because I actually did talk to the person. I met the person, and they didn't live here. So I was like, "Well, she's hot, and she asked for a picture." You know, I was like, "All right, sweet." You sent it. You know what I mean? And then now she has it. Yeah, now she has it.
I guess what's the worst case scenario in that situation?
I guess like social media, or I don't know.
I've had people threaten to like leak pictures of me, and I'm just like, do it.
Really?
Yeah.
You might be helping me.
Go for it, please. Yeah. Let's go viral on this.
I was like, no.
I don't know. We once had we opened up a Grindr account for my co-host on the podcast, for Scott.
Yeah.
He lost the bet. I forgot what the bet was, but he had to be on Grindr, and he blew up. How many pictures did you get? So many. So many. Well, somebody else was running the account. I didn't want it on my phone. I was like, we wanted it on Scott's phone, but he was like, I didn't agree to that. I was like, all right, whatever.
I would agree with that, yeah.
But yeah, like even on the profile when you set it up, you're like, no pictures, don't send any pictures. But nope, they don't listen to that. Asshole pictures.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I will say, gay dudes are very aggressive with that.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
I went viral for a video that I did about Buc-ee's and pronounced it bussies, right?
Yeah.
Which in the community is slang for boy pussy, right? So this video goes crazy.
What's it called?
Buc-ee's?
No. What's the
bussies?
Bussies?
Pussy,
Yeah.
like your boy pussy.
Yeah.
Or your butt pussy.
Butt pussy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just got that right.
It's very clever. You have eaten. Your bussy has been eaten out so many times. Get up in my bussy.
You should OnlyFans it now at this point.
Throw that bussy in a circle, bro. You can make some money. But my DMs were flooded with just so many gay buttholes, which appreciate the support. I really do. Like, thank you so much. But maybe like not. I mean, there was one guy. He had his legs pulled back, like so. He had his arms around his legs, so they were pulled back, also spreading his cheeks. So I got like a deep view, like colonoscopy type view of his asshole.
Have you ever been to one of those bars, the gay bars, where it's like an open trough to urinals?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Troughs,
that sucks because especially but you're not gay, so you're like you're kind of holding it like I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Hold on.
So I went over and I tried to find the most hidden spot, you know what I mean, which was by the place where you wash your hands, the sink, whatever.
That's the
and
worst
then
spot,
I'm like,
that's the worst spot.
that was the worst spot. You're absolutely right.
I'm just laughing at the place you wash your hands. I mean, the sink. Some people call it a sink.
Drop.
So then I felt somebody staring at me, and I looked up. Was it you?
Maybe.
No, I look up, and he's like this, and he's like, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I would
was
take
like,
the compliment.
Like that hog. And then you're like, so then I pulled my pants up from around my ankles.
Oh, that's always awkward. Like if you go into the bathroom and there's like a little kid with his pants down, you're like,
yeah.
Why's that awkward? Why is it awkward for you? For me,
I've seen grown men do that, like at the airport and shit. I've seen them with their pants all the way down. I was like, dog, you don't have to do that.
no one has. I've seen it at the AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
Or now the Frost Bank Center now.
Spurs games, yeah. It's like, damn, dude, like
all the way down. Like not even. Like, I understand, like, if you maybe need to get it below the cheeks or something like that just because it's more comfortable or whatever, but all the way to your ankles, bro, in a public restroom as an adult man?
I think the worst one, and I hate it, is, like, when I used to work out, was at the gym. And it's like the guy with the smallest wiener, and he's got the biggest confidence, and he's just
dude.
Wait, what? Dude, that's the problem you have? If you're going to walk around the locker room naked, you better have a fucking dick on you, bro. You better have a baby arm just slapping your thighs, bro. Don't be bringing that baby dick shit in here, all right? If you're going to, what the fuck? I want to see a rip.
My time. I'm on my lunch break, just sitting here, chilling in the locker room.
I did say that.
Bring it.
He's not even working out. He's just chilling.
No gym clothes, not even a gym bag.
I want to see cut up, hung ass dudes walking around naked in my locker room. That's crazy.
I know. That was my first experience. Which one? Gold.
Oh, and then if you play sports too.
I mean, my only experience was at Lifetime because I didn't know Lifetime. But Lifetime is a bunch of old, like hardcore old dudes, like just walking around butt naked.
Yeah.
Long.
Dude, the biggest dick I ever saw in a locker room. It was this, like, very short, older Asian man.
Oh, wow.
And bro, he had a hammer. I mean, I would have walked around naked too if I was him. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers, I may be short, but I will destroy your girlfriend. Like, it was huge. Huge.
That's your comparison, or it was like you?
Well, Asian too. I mean, because they're kind of known for that. I guess I don't know if that's statistically. Statistically though,
I couldn't look away. I'm not gay or allegedly, but like it was so big, and maybe it did look bigger because he was such a smaller man. But like proportionally speaking. It's like, bro, please, you don't need to be standing this close. I mean, I'm not gonna move, but please.
Yeah, I think mine
walked around with those sitcom music. It had its own.
Mine was like, cause I'm a decent size, right? And
that's proof.
I can show you. But anyways, you know, I don't look, but I just noticed like when I, you know, you get rid of the urine or whatever, it kind of swings.
What kind of phrases are you using?
That's not big dick energy verbiage, bro. Like when you get rid of
you know, like
urine
at the end of the pee.
I didn't even know he's just like spitting like pee.
Yeah, like once you've emptied your bladder.
Yes, thank you.
Why don't you just say once you've taken a piss?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is too much.
That place you wash your hands.
You know, when you whiz out of your long dong, you know, like anyway.
It travels for so long, it just loses power.
Well, this guy was right next to me. It was at the AT&T Center, and this thing was just flying all over the place. I was like, oh, yeah, it was that big, soft. You know what I mean? That I could see it, like this, and I was like, I'm getting out of here now.
If there's like a big dick that's just out, I have to like just look at it. You know, not
shake its hand. You know, like,
thank you for your service.
Let it know how much I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Touch tips a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't get that, Pat? Like if like a guy whips out a hog, you don't like just, oh wow, like an appreciation glance.
Wow, all right.
No, I mean the story I was about to tell is like so. My sister was in the Navy, right? And they do this thing called Tiger Cruise, where your family can go and be on the boat with you, and they'll go overseas, whatever. And so I had to stay in the male bunks, you know, whatever. And so I remember waking up, getting out of the bunk, and I saw a couple dudes, you know, and they were fucking like big dicks. and I was like contemplating, like, oh, maybe I'll join the Navy, you know. And then, but no. So I saw them like, you know, doing all this stuff and big dicks. I was like, man, I can't be in the Navy.
I can't.
That's what they're qualifying. Is that the qualification for the Navy?
I am not the few and the proud, you know, like I'm doing like, yeah, like.
you're signing up and then they get to roll it.
Because like before, like it was like, all right, we're all average, whatever. And then like it was like that was my first like military dicks that I saw, and I was like, damn, dude, they are brave.
What a bunch of heroes! Wow.
That's where all the bravery
Go
comes
like
from.
they're measuring with Navy, Army.
Damn, bro, you are gonna get some flack from the Army, dude.
Marines.
No, Marines just all have choke. It's like thick but not long. Yeah. Dude, that's.
But yeah, you have respect. I mean, you're just like, damn, dude, like, what's your life like? Because I know what mine's like.
Dude, I've never understood like. Okay, so there's growers and showers, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Some guys are just like crazy big soft, but then it doesn't get any bigger once they are aroused, right? But there's other dudes that start out like, you know, like you're. Wow, this sounds so gay the way I'm explaining this.
Yeah.
Like, so from what I've observed, I've seen some guys that didn't look that big, but once they were hard,
Once I got them
hard,
where I wanted them.
I was just like, I can't even fit this in my mouth anymore. That's great.
It's like, this is impressive. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to just leave that stop. I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Why your voice sounds like that?
I'm all hoarse today. I've just been swallowing so much cum. It is crazy.
This dick segment is so long. It's like, then I'm still gonna bring up like, okay, so have you seen the video? I don't know if the Drake video.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I did. Well, I wasn't impressed.
I have no desire to see it.
Come
Not
on,
desire,
Pat.
that was the wrong word. I'm not curious.
That's not the celebrity I want to see.
I'm not curious enough,
Not at all.
Not at all, no.
It's Drake, certified lover boy, fucking champagne poppy.
It wasn't even like advertised for me as Drake. My friend sent it to me where it's like it's a different cover with a different title, and when I clicked on it, it goes straight to mid everything, not even like the build up, just straight in like him going at it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, what the heck? And I closed down. He's like, you saw it. I'm like, I saw it. What the fuck is it? It's Drake, and I was like. Nah, that wasn't Drake. I went back.
Like, wait, let me see.
Hold on.
Put this in slow.
I mean, were you impressed? I thought I wasn't impressed.
I wasn't impressed only because like don't look it up now. Okay.
He's a slim boy.
Dude, but it wasn't even that. It was more like the flop. You know what I mean? Of just how
Yeah, it was like he was being very aggressive with it.
in a fruit roll up, like just kind of like just. It's just like that, bro.
It was kind of disturbing.
It was, man. It was just like so. I don't know.
Why are you throwing it around like that?
Is
Why?
it like Tommy Lee big?
No.
No?
It actually is like pretty slender.
Yeah, it's a slender.
Slender?
long-
It's very slender.
It's just like floppy, man. Like even if, like it's just. I guess it's just.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah.
It looks pretty slender, right?
It's not anything. Are they saying it's big?
They're saying it's big. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty
long.
good
I mean,
length.
it's long,
It's good
long,
length.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean, but it's like the floppiness.
You
is
seem
just
very
like-
unimpressed.
I'm telling
You know
you.
this?
But it's
got my own, so.
Pat, I think you need to look at it just for the bit here.
The bit, I know. It's like,
There's no girth and no sturdiness to it. It's just like for me, the sturdy part was just no sturdiness to it. It was just like that. And it's just like that's not appealing whatsoever.
looks-
Like,
it
even
looks
if I was
fake.
gay, I'd be like, what the hell, like.
Thank you. It does look a little bit fake too.
It looks fake to me.
I mean, when Big Sean's came out, Big Sean, Chris Brown, I was just like, damn.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Reinforcing black stereotypes in all the right ways. But yeah, Drake, I was just like, no wonder he's such a sad boy.
Isn't that big? Either.
Ray J?
Yeah.
With Ray J, you don't think that was that like for girth wise?
I'm not giant. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like.
You're disappointed in Ray J, dog?
Ray J did,
I don't know. He
Well,
I mean, it was all right. It was
based
good,
off
yeah.
Kim's expressions, I mean, it didn't seem impressive. I mean, like, she was the most boring motherfucker. I mean, that
yeah,
was
she
like,
ruined it.
You know whose dick really upset me?
Dude, you're just so on a bit right now.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jarrett. What?
Yes, dude.
9.25.
It's not even the size. It's how it looks, dude. It was really uncomfortable, disturbing.
Like it looks mad.
It looks deformed.
Like, you saw it in person, or?
I mean,
I mean,
bro, I wish.
If you met Ron Jeremy, you have to see it.
I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it, but like I don't have a problem with it. You know, like what I do notice is like he's always like with a firm grip.
Oh,
Like he has to like grip it, you know, because like the blood doesn't flow down there. So he's like I gotta. So he's always like.
That's a good point. He does squeeze it pretty hard.
He's always squeezing it.
Yeah,
You know,
my
studies.
It just looked. It looked It looked like it had.
If you can see here on this PowerPoint.
I was disappointed with that one.
What about her? What do y'all think about her? She was a guest.
Oh yeah, we got our first female signature up here.
Really? Wait, is that a photograph?
That's a photograph of her, our cosplayer that we had here, Porcelain Doll. Shout out to her. Yeah. So.
Why'd you bring Pat? Like, where's Porcelain Doll? Where the hell is Porcelain Doll right now? I want to do an episode with her. Pat, get your titties out.
I got stars on my titties. Just in case.
Oh, and then we had another hot guest on. What was her name? Sapphire what?
Oh, Sapphire Rose. So same episode. If you guys check her out, Sapphire Rose in the same episode. She was sitting here on his seat. So you got that lucky with that. And we had Porcelain actually sit on him too. Really? Yeah, I sit on him.
Yeah. Just sitting in your lap?
No, on my back, right there.
Porcelain
It's like a thing.
It's a thing at these conventions. They pay these girls to sit on their back. Or even step on them too.
Yeah, like like a dominatrix type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, humiliation stuff. Are you into that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, come on, do you have at this point? Do you have to ask?
Are you married? Or are you in a relationship?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you get away with that shit? Not that I want to know. I mean, I'm not trying to.
I'm asking for a friend.
How do you not upset your wife with that shit? You know?
How does that work?
Yeah. What is your secret? It's for business. It's content.
Come on, this is my job.
I don't even like it.
Dude, that was one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. So I was dating a stripper, as Pat knows. That's pretty much all I date. And when we got together, she told me, like, not even a week of dating, she was like, "You're not allowed to go to strip clubs anymore."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "You work in a strip club.
Yeah.
You work in one. Like, why can I not go to one if that's where you work? Like, I like going to strip clubs. Like, it's kind of my thing." And she was like, "Well, that's because it's my job. I have to. That's how I make money." I was like, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's.
I'm just making up some shit.
Yeah.
She was a dancer, obviously,
no,
but
who comes up with that rule? Like so
You met at a strip
specifically.
club, now you can't go. If you really want to make more money and not do the strip club thing, then she can go to OnlyFans at that point. It just, you know what I mean? It's like.
I mean, do you think that's legit, Pat?
To be told not to go to strip clubs from a stripper?
Yes.
Nah, man. That's messed up.
Yeah,
Right?
I like to emphasize that from a stripper,
you know exactly
not
what
from
she's
my
doing.
wife.
No, my wife thinks I go to strip clubs all the time. I was like, I don't. She's like, why are you so broke? What are you spending your money on? I was like, I don't know, man.
I go so they can come to my show. There you go.
Yeah.
I have a really, I actually do have a really engaged stripper fan base. It's awesome. And it's because I'm friendly with them. I'm cool with them. I'm not a creepy dude. Yeah, all the time.
Then why aren't they showing their titties at the comedy show at the end of your bits?
Bro.
They're clocked out, bro.
Yeah.
They're not getting paid.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, dude.
They're people too, man. Let them be people too, man.
I mean, not really. Let's not take it too far.
Is that basically like she's trying to cuck you, kind of in a sense? Like she just doesn't want you to go meet another one.
I mean, that's probably what it was.
what it is.
That she was probably like an insecurity thing. Like, I don't want you like going and meeting another dancer or whatever. But yeah, to me, it was just very, very hypocritical.
Yeah.
You know, that would be like me telling her like, "You're not allowed to go to a comedy club anymore because that's my job."
Yeah. That's the exact same thing.
Thank you, Ben.
The other equivalence would be like when a guy dates a girl and it's like, okay, now you can't dress a certain way. And it's like, well, she was already dressing like that when you kind of met.
That's a much better analogy.
When you met her, it's like, you know, like, oh, now you can't wear crop tops and booty shorts. It's like, well, if that's what attracted to you, I mean.
Nah, I straight up tell him, nah, you need to
No,
knock
well,
that shit
it's
off.
like, I still want to see her that way. I don't want her now in sweat.
I tell him to slut it up even more because I'm a cuck. Yeah. That was a really weird thing to me, but I think that is the right example.
Yeah.
Like she met me in a strip club.
Mhm.
You know
my thing.
I enjoy going to strip clubs, and it's not even like, it's not like it's like my safe space.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like a safe space for me.
Calming.
It's a
Yeah.
safe.
I'm always stressed out when I'm at a strip club. I don't know what you're talking about calming.
The safe space. We pan out to him in the VIP room. He's just getting like bondage straight up and shit. My safe space.
You know what, Pat? This is gonna start a fight with your wife. I apologize, but if you weren't married, you would get so much pussy, dude.
Dude, I can see
I
that
think my
sometimes.
saving, because I'm a creep. I'm like, if I wasn't married, dude, I would be fucking wild in this. And I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not a confident guy. I'm not that, but I do have, I can make you laugh.
Yes.
You know, and I could do that stuff.
Yeah.
But because I'm married, I'm just not even gonna attempt it. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna get close.
Dude,
to it. I'm
I
not gonna-
swear, because Pat is so funny, and because he has this kind of like quiet charisma,
Yeah.
dude. I guarantee you would be swimming in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't imagine it, but
I mean, it's
being
like,
married because it's dangerous out here. Like people want to me too you and all
Yeah.
this stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You can't even flirt anymore,
I don't know,
dude. And then how do you even go about it now? Like before, it'd just be like,
I've had
Women ask me like, why didn't you, that I've talked to or whatever, gone on dates with or whatever. There's like, it just doesn't like. I had a girl the other night be like, you didn't even try to have sex with me. Well, yeah, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to.
I would love to try to, but yeah, it actually is kind of scary.
It is pretty scary out there, man. Because like even now, like rumors,
Oh.
and everybody's like, you gotta come with receipts.
Mhm.
People don't need that. If they just think or heard about a story, a possibility. So I don't even get close to any of that stuff because I don't want to get mixed in any of that.
Yeah, dude, that's why I have hidden cameras in all my bathrooms,
Yeah.
so that if anyone tries to say nope, I've got the footage.
Why is the angle out of the top? Just don't worry about that. Just listen to the audio.
Here to hide there.
Yeah.
It's a 360 cam. It's fine.
And they said, why is it all just dudes?
Hey, they can get it too, man. They can get it
You
too.
never know what's gonna happen. You don't know. It's scary out there. It really is dangerous. But I mean, in all seriousness, like that is a real thing. Like you have to be.
You gotta be careful.
And
Even
honestly,
at any level, you
it's
gotta be careful.
it is a good thing though, because it's like, dudes don't feel as free, I think, now to be shitty. So I think it has come with like the good aspects, but there are some aspects of it where it's just like I don't even feel comfortable flirting anymore
Yeah.
because I don't know what might happen.
Dude, even like opening up a door, man. There's been people who like just pissed off at me. I'm like, yo, I'm married. Calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? I'm just being nice. You know what I mean?
Sometimes just being nice, like people get, even females, they get the wrong idea. Like they'll like, if I meet somebody at a show, and all this stuff, and like they'll like text me like, hey, what are you up to? I was like, I'm married, dude. Like I don't know.
The
Thank
ring
you.
wasn't a bit.
Thank you for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet you and talk to you and stuff. But like, that's it.
Yeah.
And like they'll get like mad, and I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I'm not gonna cheat on my wife, especially not with you.
Dude, but like speaking of like how you said, the podcasting thing has gone like crazy now. Like in general, everyone has a podcast.
You have to.
Yeah, but it's like the porn star ones, like it's crazy. Like them themselves having a podcast now. Like a lot of them are starting to have their own podcast, and I'm just like, wow. It's like, cause I'm thinking like I don't want to know behind the scenes stuff sometimes.
You don't?
Not necessarily.
hey, so how do you know about these podcasts? I've never heard about these.
Wait, no bullshit, me, bro. All right, no, you dare.
No one believes that, my guy. Nobody is gonna
Research.
Plug Talk. That's like one of the most popular ones.
Yeah.
With Lena the Plug. My friend Destiny, or the Fit Mommy. She was on that one, and I'm pretty sure because at the end of the episode, like, don't they all?
I don't know about that. I never got that far. I'm usually 3 minutes in. I'm like, I'm just...
I stated it like a question. I know.
Have you seen the end?
I've never seen that. I've never finished an episode.
That's why they have to save that part till the end.
Yeah.
Please watch the content before you come. But yeah, those are interesting. But I mean, the aspect of like our grand finale for every episode is literally banging one another.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, how do you beat that?
Ah, yeah, that's.
Dude, I
right.
told you that idea was gonna be a good idea, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
So how we in this one?
Y'all are bang. Wait, this is a gangbang? I did not come prepared. I wish you told me.
Patrick, arms against the wall.
Guys, I'll make it work. I'm just saying I wish you had told me.
Hey, at least you can stare at the porcelain.
Dude, I gotta look her up right now. That's crazy.
Amazing. I think she said, like she does have her OnlyFans. It's during the episode that she put her plug for that as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, but she does the family friendly content at some of the convention, but the edgy ones is the ones where she does like make most of her fans and most of her profits, man.
That's so wild. So she goes back and forth from family friendly to like OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah. So
And even the conventions, family friendly conventions versus like the straight pervy conventions, man, it's crazy.
Good for her, man. More power to her, that dude.
We're starting to run into that now, doing conventions.
Yeah.
Because our content, I mean, look what we talked about dicks for like
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Very extended dick talk, yeah.
We said we're stopping.
Yeah. But then it's like we've had people turn us down because of our content. You know what I mean? But some of them, I mean, some of our episodes are like pretty G.
And that's tough about it because like with podcast, like we're just talking, nothing structured. We're just going about it. But like any corporate gig or private gig or something like that, they'll go back in your history and stuff. Like I know people that were supposed to do like local news segments, but they went back on their IG and saw them like, oh, you're smoking or something. Like we can't have that. So they've lost opportunities because of stuff like that.
Even comedians, I bet like some of like materials, like sometimes like what you guys do.
Oh, if you're auditioning for a TV show, they dig. They dig.
I literally lost 2 girls that I was talking to right now
Because of that.
because they saw a porcelain sitting on my back.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you didn't want them anyway, dude.
No, exactly.
No, if they got a problem with that, get out of here, bitch. Yeah, no.
I actually did post it. I was like, those pictures were worth it. So, bye, girls.
I mean, Pat's absolutely right. If you have especially problematic content that you are affiliated with or producing or performing, you can miss out on a lot of opportunities. Like that's one of the reasons I was so nervous to do that particular joke on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, this is going to be there forever.
A big platform, like that's gonna. I mean, it's a viral thing, and it's a joke. And the thing about it too is like, if you don't have like a questionable personality or like any kind of like suspicious evil stuff, you could joke about whatever, dude. If you're pure at heart, you could joke about bad stuff as long as it's funny. But if they think like in your private life you're kind of like sketchy, and then you go on stage and talk about sketchy shit, they don't like that. You know, so you have to be when you're pure at heart, you can make fun of, like, you say stuff in the worst way, and they just know, like, oh, when you're on stage, it's a joke. You know, it's part of the whole thing. It sucks, man. It sucks. You gotta watch it back, and like, so Dude Man Homie Bro, it used to be 3 of us. One guy, even though I don't believe the allegations against him, his allegations were casting a shadow on the two other people, me and Scott. You know, like we were in the news a little bit, and somebody posted, I can't believe they let
so on the podcast.
well, not even, they just a general statement that we were all this one bad thing.
Right.
I can't believe they let. I don't want to say it, but like these types of people on the news. And so, even though they're talking about one person in particular, a stranger could see that and think like we're all that title. That
It's guilt by association.
Yeah. So we had to cut ties with that guy. He's still a friend of mine. I mean, he got his feelings hurt, and I completely understand. And I told him, like, it's a selfish decision. I'm doing this as a business decision. Even though I don't believe any of the stuff, I just can't be affiliated because I'm trying to grow a brand, a business, and I can't be affiliated with it. But that sucks. That's the kind of shit that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, so it's easier to like fly solo. Even though I love the band aspect, the group aspect, you have to fly solo because you could you know, protect yourself and your intentions, and you know.
That's why it sucks looking like Chris D'Elia for me. And it's like I live in Texas where the legal age is 17.
And you mention that in conversation all the time.
Yeah. I just want to make sure everyone knows it's cool. No, yeah, no.
Davey, the legal age is 17.
Is that gonna be your Netflix?
It's like the commercial. Now you know with the star that goes by.
I just get T-shirts made that just say age of consent.
That
But
makes it worse.
I mean, Pat is right though. Like you have to be so careful, especially if you're trying to build a career in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know, I was having this conversation with one of my friends the other day. She likes to, for lack of a better term, scam dudes at bars. She's very attractive, and she'll just walk up to guys and be like, "Hey, you should give me money," just like that, just like that. But she is very recognizable now. She's much more popular than like a year or two ago, right? And so people know who she is, and now when she does stuff like that, that can ultimately cast a bad light on her. Now, I think it's hilarious scamming dudes like that. I mean, if they're going to give you money, let them give you money, whatever.
Yeah.
But in the type of situation that Pat's talking about, like the people that you hang out with, if they're, being accused of, nefarious, unsavory stuff, all of a sudden, like you take on that personality as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that.
So I'm just saying, you need to go solo. Get rid of this guy because he is a degenerate. No.
Actually, I did have that realization last night. I was like, oh, dude, like, I really, because now we're doing the conventions now.
Yeah,
and I'm
dude.
like, I really got to watch myself, like, what I
I know,
say.
like we told the conventions, like there was the one in Dallas, which that's the one, like I told you, that's going to be our biggest one. I did let them know, like our regular content, we do disclaimers. It's not meant for kids, and they're like, well, we're a family event. It was like, well, we're doing right now Alamo Hero Con. Alamo Hero is a family event. I can send you this video, and that's what we represent for your convention. Our other episodes, it's not a representation for you guys. So we're going to do one solo episode for you guys. So that's what I sent them. And then they gave us like the 100% thumbs up for that. Yeah. But even for Alamo Hero Con, we had to cut. It was an hour. And sorry, Alamo Hero Con, we probably should have recorded more. But there was an hour worth of content. We had to put it down to 45 minutes.
44.
Because there was a lot of politics behind some of the people that we interviewed that we didn't know until later. That like, oh, they're not allowed on any of the scenes. They're banned from everywhere. Stuff they've done, they're banned.
Because of what they've done.
They were like patriots. You know what I mean? When you said politics, I was like, oh, they're just voting for the right guy. What's wrong with that?
Conventions and cosplayers and some of the stuff. We won't put any names out there.
There's like a small community too. Like everybody knows each other
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was like, dang. So once we cut everything, we're like, man, like. We didn't have enough to
figure it out.
Yeah, a whole hour, but.
Wow, I wonder if anyone looks at me that way. They're just like, don't do anything with Davey because that guy is a piece of shit.
I know all the people in our DMs is like, yeah, well, Davey was on here. Like, yeah, we're not gonna watch it. We're like, well, you don't have to watch no more.
But then they look at you and you just want to hug you. Like somebody wants to hug you.
So we balanced this episode out.
I see. I now understand the strategy here. We gotta like tone down the douchiness a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's bring in someone wholesome.
Balance,
The yin and the yang, if you will.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I mean, it sucks that you have to like toe the line about that stuff, but it's part of the job. The job, I guess, But
I think I honestly, I think it's been a long time coming. I think some of that is needed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
More for safety.
every movement can go too far, right? Any movement can go too far, but at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, like there needed to be some awareness around how predatory and problematic some people can be.
Yeah.
And so if we have to, swing the pendulum a little bit, too far in one direction just to get back to a better center point, that's fine with me.
I'm just realizing that I'm not a good person.
You're just now realizing that?
I'm over here like like when he's telling me stuff, I'm like, I always gotta remind him, remember, business professional. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Because I like having fun.
Yeah, he likes having fun and stuff like
just
it's like for us, it's like now we're going on the business aspect. It's like now we gotta toe the line with some of these people. Like we can't be buddy with some people. You know, we gotta keep it business now and stuff like that. So I mean, we're learning as we're going now. We're thinking like now we have to get waivers and stuff because we did have a problem with someone that we interviewed and they're like they kind of threw legal at us a little bit. Yeah, and we're not gonna mention their name. So now we're like, we kind of had to comply with all their demands. You know what I mean? So it's just like, unfortunately,
yeah, we got cooked.
Yeah, on an episode.
She got us.
It's the price of fame, baby.
Yeah. They're like, dang, now we gotta bring legal in it.
Yeah.
So
we're not even that big.
I know. I mean, like why are you complaining about it?
That really doesn't matter. They just it's a control power trip thing. You know, can I scare you? Can I like make you bend to my request or whatever? And you're just like, well, fuck, dude. I guess like I don't want to play this game, so let's just fucking end it.
Yeah.
You know.
Sure.
I've had to do that. I've had to like take down clips or other stuff just because.
You
surprised? I'm sorry.
Are you
surprised?
But like I do a lot of crowd work stuff.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You know, and
it's
if
off the cuff and just not prepared, and sometimes. I mean, we say things just like hoping that it's gonna get a laugh. I mean, if people laugh, that doesn't mean like people aren't offended by it.
Yeah,
very true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, or it was good for the moment, but it's not good for Instagram or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of balance that we had to play with because, like, we're like, oh, it felt good in the moment. I was gonna blow up on Instagram, and it just has a different effect. You got to be there. You got to experience in the room to understand like the whole effect of it.
The build up also helps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're like seeing the comedian from beginning and then in the middle of the show they do something off cut, you know what I mean? That's a little bit more, raunchy or whatever. You got used to it because of the material beforehand. But if you just see just straight that on TikTok, you know what I mean? I can get it.
I mean, I've had it happen where like a crowd work clip like went viral, and the person that I was talking to in the crowd, I had video of myself and the person in the crowd that I was talking to, and hit me up, and I never gave you permission to put my face on social media. I was like, yeah, you didn't, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But
So just take it down.
Your stuff is funny, dude. It's pretty good quality too. To be honest, I don't know how you got a green screen or how does that work?
No, you should have seen this crowd work. I'm going back to that because this motherfucker got me on Wednesday. It was Wednesday, yeah, dude. He was there. They were doing a show, and I wasn't even thinking about it in the beginning because he's like, "Oh, anyone do jujitsu?" And I just went. Because of the MMA background, I went, woo! But I was like the only person that woo!
The only person.
I was like, oh shit, okay. And then someone's like, who would over here? And the table in front of me
Snitched you out,
me out. Then I quit, and this guy.
The door guy? You're the jujitsu guy? I did call you neckbeard, and I apologize for that. That was rude.
whoa,
That was really personal. Listen, you fatty podcast producer, neckbeard, anime loving bitch. Like all of those things were very specific. Wow. I think he knows that guy.
We owe him money.
I was like, damn, okay. Like, did I not greet him at the door or something like that?
You didn't, actually. You did not. I had a problem with it. No,
I had a problem.
no, I always love seeing you at the club.
But I was like, damn, that was funny.
Oh, the crowd loved it too.
I was like, all right,
Dude, one of my friends came up to me after the show and said I was literally like there were tears coming down my face. Wow, streaming. Hey, easy, streaming down my face when you were like talking to the door guy. No.
Dude, that was good. I was like,
I wish I was there for that one.
It was like, man, I was like, damn, it was a fun one.
That's what you get.
I know, right? I was like, I'm not gonna woo no more.
Stop heckling me. That's my favorite, dude. When people say stop heckling after they've been like talking to the crowd the entire time. You're asking for it. Whoa.
But you're a sleeper too, man, on your crowd work. Because you like, I know you usually just go straight.
It's very rare. It's very rare. I kind of like stick to my stuff because when I started, dude, I was an angry guy. Like if you threw me off my track, I would go fuck yourself. You know, like, hey, how about you shut the fuck up? You know, like.
Dude, I've watched Pat alienate crowds.
Yo, yeah.
Just go in on them.
In the beginning, I was like really bad with it. You know, like, it was you ever thought of fucking shit? Dude.
Go ahead and timestamp that. You're gonna need to bleep it for sure.
I'll bleep that part. I'll leave the majority of the bit, but I'll bleep that part. Yeah. Just saying.
You know what would look great on you? A gun in your mouth.
Because hurt people hurt people. It's like if I feel attacked or something, like I'm just like, now I'm more careful with it. I still pull off, you know, like just like I give up. I don't even try. I was like, just shut up, woman, shut up.
You know, that's actually a really good. You have like grown in that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We were doing a show Friday night at the Station Comedy Club, the comedy club here in San Antonio downtown, and there was this lady just would not leave anyone alone, bro. Annoying as shit. And I was literally expecting Pat to just lose it, like just like fly off the handle, attack her. I don't know. You know, a lot could have happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just held your own.
Yeah.
Just kept, hey, you got to be quiet, and laughing through it, making the crowd laugh.
Made a little joke out of it rather than getting like.
Oh, nice.
Because before I was just like, I'm gonna fuck the show, and you're like ruin all this.
Yeah.
Take the whole thing. You know.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm just like, man, like we got a show to run. You know.
Yeah.
We got a crowd here, all this stuff. You don't want to ruin the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just understanding that, like, just keep it light, put them in their place, let them know that this isn't cool, but then just keep it rolling. Before I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And,
I'm the one with the mic.
yeah.
Shut up.
I watched him do it, and it still is extremely funny when it happens.
Yeah.
It's very. I mean, for me as a comic, watching him just lose it on someone is so funny.
Right.
But yeah, it does kind of ruin the vibe of the show.
Because it's hard to like switch back and forth. You know, like you can't turn into the angry guy and go like, all right, so
Awkward.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
I got diabetes. I don't like you anymore, dude.
Yeah.
No,
You're a
lost
mean
us all.
guy.
You're a
Yeah.
mean guy. I was like, hey, come on, guys.
Oh man.
Reminded me of that old SNL skit, Mr. Tarkanian, with Will Ferrell, and he's just beating the hell out of his employees while he's interviewing a potential candidate.
man.
Like after he whips them with a curtain rod, he's like, "Hey, so what do you think about the job?"
Oh man, well, we greatly appreciate it that you guys took time out of your day to come and do this with us, man. We were always super grateful. Pat, thank you for coming. Davey, definitely thank you for coming back again later, but you know.
OG.
I feel like I came through and talked about dicks a lot.
Yeah, man.
We didn't talk about this.
Yeah, we did talk about this before.
What's missing? What's good? I want to bring in this guy.
There's a hole here, and we gotta fill it with something.
Wow, that's a lot.
But,
That's what she said.
But you guys want to put in your plugs before we end it?
Twitter, Instagram, at your homie Pat, BalcoCore.com, and maybe I'll bring back some podcasts. I got the Dude Man Homie Bros coming back, and then might revamp a podcast that I do called Pat Out of Hell. I was doing this show called Fantastic Damage. It was a storytelling show where I asked people, like, give me your bad experiences and let's laugh about it. So I might do that. That was a live show. I might do that as a podcast format.
Oh, that'd be great.
Cool.
But yeah, at your homie Pat on all the socials and BalcoCore.com.
All right, David, you want to do yours?
Yeah, man. Follow me on the socials. Just at DaveyJax, DAVEYJAX. I've got a lot of shows. I've got podcasts, so just check it out. And then if you're here in San Antonio, go check out the Station Comedy Club. We're doing a ton of really cool shows in the basement of Francis Bogside. The coolest comedy club in San Antonio. It is sick. So yeah, if you're here in San Antonio, come through. Check out a show. You guys are welcome anytime.
Oh,
thank you.
appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
See y'all there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I find out the door guy.
Woo!
Yeah, we get there. He just gives me a vest. All right. What? Man. Well, thank y'all for watching Post, man. We'll see you guys next time. Post.